TV4. More local morning news continues.
5:41 is the time right now. Honolulu has some of the worst traffic in the nation. All you have to do is listen to Lay every single morning giving her traffic reports. And drivers, you know you are going to be sitting in traffic most mornings, sometimes for hours. So is it getting better? Are we doing better? Joining us live from New York City with maybe some answers, we have Jim Bach. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you.
One of the first questions that came to mind is how many hours a year do drivers here in Honolulu waste in traffic?
Well, you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but drivers there are wasting 10 more hours in traffic than they did in 2012, a total of 60 hours on average annually, and that's just behind Los Angeles at 64 hours a year wasted in traffic.
60 hours, you think about that, that's more than a week's of sleep if you sleep 8 hours a night, if you think about it and break it down. So is traffic getting better or worse? Obviously worse if it's 10 more hours.
It is. It is getting worse, and you know, and the other thing, you know, another way to look at this too is, you know, depending on, you know, what roads you drive or where they take you, you know, it could be much worse, right? I mean, when we look at, you know, Interstate 1, you know, headed eastbound, you know, from, I'm not good with Hawaiian pronunciations, but from Paua Street to Honolulu Road, that one, folks spend about 2 days straight in traffic a year on that road, you know, crawling at about 10 to 15 minutes delay on average a day. So it could be much worse than the average for folks there. It just depends on where you drive and where you go. But definitely things are getting worse. And you know, one of the things that was interesting is I did some research, you know, heading into the publication of this report is trying to understand what's the dynamics that's driving this in Honolulu. And you know, one of the things that stood out to me was I saw that new vehicle registrations there rose 15% last year. And, you know, what I'm surmising from that is, you know, it's not like everybody in Hawaii went out and bought a new car last year, but what I think is happening is as we're seeing folks, you know, back on the mainland and having more money to spend, being able to move from doing staycations to taking bigger trips to places like Hawaii, you know, the rental car companies are bracing for that, and they're increasing the size of their fleets, and as more tourists come to Hawaii, unfortunately, you guys are bearing the brunt of worse traffic.
So the tourist is what you're saying is helping us with our traffic tie-ups.
Yeah, it's a bit of a good news, bad news. I mean, so goes traffic, you know, typically so goes the economy. So, you know, while folks are spending, you know, more time stuck in traffic down there, you know, if you do have a 401k or an investment portfolio, it's doing a lot better for you than it was a few years ago in the depths of the recession.
Jim, we could talk about this for hours. We are out of time this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.